Okay, here we are. And it's being recorded. All right, we're on. Okay, hello everyone. And I see someone is coming in, so I'm just making sure that it's just two of us. Hello everyone. So if you're on Zoom, please feel free to stay muted. Feel free to stay off the camera. That's actually what I'm asking you. And welcome everyone on Facebook, on Zoom. And my name is Nadya Touch with Coaching by Nadya, and I'm here with Carolee. And today we're going to share the journey from being intimidated to I can complete my goals. I can make my goals come true. Carolee is the owner. Let me try it. So what? We were practicing before because of my accent. I made it.
Yay.
All right, Carolee. So let's go ahead and jump into the conversation. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. And everyone who's listening, if you have some questions, if you'd like to say something, please feel free to use the chat. We are reading, we are looking, and we will be very happy that you communicate with us as well. So today we're going to cover actually four quick points, and I'm just going to actually walk through real quick. We're going to talk about challenges, what changes Carolee has made, goals, and actually how her life has changed. So Carolee, you were sharing with me the moments, the days, maybe the years before we started talking and working together. So tell me about the challenges, if you don't mind.
Well, I have a disabled husband, and so when we weren't very active because he can't do as much as anybody else. And I used to be extremely active, and I kind of really dialed it down a lot to the point where I ate more and exercised less, and I started gaining a lot of weight, and then I felt very uncomfortable, and I couldn't accomplish the things that I wanted to do, and I just kept feeling very depressed. And so I decided I was going to go talk to Nadya, and I was very apprehensive about talking to her. She is so energetic and she's so positive. She put my mind at ease, even though that I felt like a lump on a log. And it just progressed from there. When I first started, I was very scared. I know that sounds crazy to be scared of exercising, but I was very intimidated by all of the things that I used to do. And at my age, I couldn't do hardly anything.
Yeah, and you know, it's actually one of the major struggles that I hear, Carolee. Sometimes it feels like we are on our own, right? So this is the experience that I have. Well, I used to be able to do those things and being active. Have you heard my story that I've never been good in sports? Have you ever read? So, but
yes, I read your story.
Yeah, and then years later, it's kind of even scary and intimidating to go back, or we feel like we have to go back to where we were in our earlier years when we were so active and could do the things. So this moment of actually making this first step so many years later can be a challenge and a struggle, and so many of us experience that.
Yeah, I just I ate bad. I ate things that I shouldn't have eaten, and I just kept gaining weight and gaining weight and gaining weight. And I put on, from the time this is my second marriage, so the time that we got married, we've been married 30 years now, but I put on 50 pounds right away, and then it just kept getting bigger. I kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it was depressing, and I couldn't do anything. I mean, I couldn't even bend over to pick up stuff without being like falling or tripping or whatever.
I hear, yeah, that might be pretty depressing. I'm curious, what was the turning point? What did you say to yourself when you said, okay, now it's time to work with Nadya? What was that maybe one thing that you remember saying to yourself? If there's a...
Well, when the pandemic hit, we had been going to water aerobics, and I really loved water aerobics, and my husband could do that. And when the pandemic hit, we couldn't do it anymore. And then the weight started piling back on again, and my muscle tone went way down. And I was like, I have to find a way. And I had met Nadya at networking, and I seen how energetic she was. And we had a couple of mutual friends that have gone through her program, and they were just raving about her. And I thought, I'm going to try this. But I was so scared because she's so energetic. And I was like, she is going to kick my butt. I know.
So you said, I have to find a way. I have to try this.
Right.
So moving on to changes. So what is it actually that you made changes for yourself? Maybe in mindset and nutrition and fitness that stood out for you the most. What did you change?
I changed my eating habits, and that was a big plus. I don't eat red meat anymore, and I don't eat bread products, no flour, no wheat products. Mainly I eat vegetables, and a little bit of, occasionally I'll have salmon or some chicken, but it's rare. If I have anything, I have vegan, like vegan, different kinds of dishes. And I've really gotten interested in getting on Pinterest and looking up all these different recipes that I tried. Like I tried a new one last night. It was stuffed peppers, and it was really good. But there was no meat in it. It was all vegetables and ricotta cheese and black beans.
So maybe you can share the recipe with us. So I believe one of the first things that you did with nutrition, we started on the 7-day cleans together.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. How about fitness? Is there anything that you would like to share?
That was a big challenge. When I first started with Nadya, I was terrified of doing these classes because I thought I'm going to break something, because in the past I have broken 2 bones, and I was like really scared. And I just said, I'm going to observe your class first. I'm going to audit it. And so I watched, and I thought, I can do this. I can do this. This is not as intimidating as I thought it would be. And so I gradually grew into it, and it's been 7 months now, I think 7 or 8 months. And I have gone from 2 days a week to 6 days a week working out or doing some kind of activity, if it's walking or working out with Nadya. And I keep trying to increase more exercise. Like today, I actually tried the tough group this morning. And I just feel like I'm really accomplishing something, my body feels better. I feel stronger. I'm happier. I'm not as depressed. So.
Oh, stronger. I'm actually making notes. So if you see me, I'm like multitasking, writing as well what you're saying. Yeah. So what I hear in fitness, you observed, then you took 2 times a week, and it was our decision, right? And then you're gradually moving to more, a little bit more, and you're feeling stronger, and your mindset is also changing to feeling more energized, happier. Yeah. So let me see, any goals that you would like to share with us that you have achieved so far? I know from the 7-day cleanse you had a great result as well.
Oh yeah. My first 7-day cleanse, I've done it twice now. I lost 10 pounds right off the bat. That was like, wow. I was so excited. And the second one was 6 months later, and I did it again, and I lost 7 pounds off of that. So and the other thing I did was, and Nadya can attest to this because she was with me, I did the turkey trot and Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And that was just totally awesome. My daughter and my son-in-law went with me, and it was cold, but we made the 3K. I didn't run it, but I walked it, and I was so proud of myself. And Nadya and I we were like, I don't know, kindred spirits. We were hugging and everything. We were both so excited that I accomplished it.
But it's so rewarding, right? Doing the
Yeah.
things that you wanted to do or dreamed of for such a long time, and now you know you're capable of doing. Yeah.
Right.
So, Carolee, what else can you share that has changed in your life since then? So we've been working for quite a while, I believe since August or September.
Yeah. Just not, well, I guess things that I have changed is my mindset. You know, when I know that I shouldn't eat something, I don't buy it at the grocery store. And if I do have something in the house and I know I shouldn't eat it, I hide it, because it's like a little kid, out of sight, out of mind. My husband is not on the same track as me. He has his Pop-Tarts and his pudding every night. I do not do that. So, and I used to, I made it's kind of like brainwashing thing with my brain of like, I don't like donuts. But I used to like donuts, but I told myself over and over and over, I don't like donuts. I do not like donuts. So when I taste a donut, it just literally kind of makes me ill. I mean, it's just nasty tasting.
Also, the other day in our group coaching, we were talking about, okay, brainwashing in the positive sense. What do we want to wash our brains with? I am strong. I'm energized. I can do it. I don't like donuts. What do I like instead? Maybe celery. I'm just making it up. So, Carolee, what will be the final words that you would like to share with everyone listening? I know this was not in the question, but is there something that you would like to share with someone who is maybe still thinking, especially like we know the things we need to be doing, and we either just can't start, we are struggling, we feel intimidating, or we're just simply not doing? What piece of advice would you like to give?
Try it. Try, just try. I know that it's such a small word, but it has such a big meaning. It's because if you don't try, you'll never succeed. And there's so many things that I have gone through in my life. And like Nadya, I've had many upheavals and changes that have been absolutely crazy. But I think things like that make you stronger. And if you can get through little, anything, you can try to do something small, just movement, or just change one thing at a time in your life. And as you make that change and you see how much it's changed you, it encourages you to go on. Does that make sense?
Yes. So if you never try, you never succeed.
Exactly.
Or if you try, you have a chance to succeed.
Right.
Thank you, Carolee. So everyone who is listening, maybe you know someone, please join our community so we can journey together. It is about, of course, our own personal responsibility, but it's also about accountability, doing it together and having fun and enjoying the journey. So
And friendship. I really believe friendship, because I have made so many friends in this group that we're all in the same boat together, and we all pat each other on the back, and it's awesome.
Oh, all right. Well, thank you, Carolee, for sharing. And by the way, one of the comments, excellent points, small changes, one thing at the time, and you got kudos for taking the step and saying yes.
Okay, we have 3 people on the chat.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Carolee, for sharing your story.
You're welcome.
With that said, I'm going to
Thank
stop.
you for asking me.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. I'm going to stop the recording.